Hello, my name is James Chirillo. I play guitar when Wynton and the Jazz at Lincoln Center Orchestra need to add guitar to the band. I'm usually the guy they call. I'm going to speak a little bit now about proper setup for an acoustic rhythm guitar in the style of Freddie Green. Now you can see I've got a full-size, a full-body acoustic arch top, and we always want an arch top because just you can see if I get the angle right here, there's a little bit of an arch on the top of that guitar. The high point, of course, which is the bridge. That arch gives you more tension on the string, which then gives you more funk. And that gives you that projection you need to cut through a big band when you're playing without an amp. That's one. You got to have an arch top acoustic. Two, you've got to have a high action. That means you've got to have these strings up off of the fingerboard a good little ways. I measured this right before I came down earlier today, and at the 12th fret my strings are 1/4 of an inch off of the fingerboard. So you can adjust this bridge to get those things up, because what we're doing is we're increasing the tension on those strings, which gives you that punch, that of the, the amplitude when you strike the string, gives you that projection. Another thing is you need to have bronze wound strings. You can't have the nickel wound, the electric kind of strings that I use, say, on the electric over here. It's a different body of tone, it's a different tension to the string. Those things are wound with nickel, so they pick up, the pickup picks up the, the magnetic tone better, reacts to that better. This thing, the bronze, is what you need. So I'll just hit a couple of notes so you get an idea what the basic sound of this thing is, how much amplitude there is when you really have some heavy bronze strings on a properly set up acoustic archtop guitar. Just a 3-note rhythm chord, and you can hear how as soon as I hit that chord, you can hear a little sustain, a little resonance, but there's a real boom, and then that sound comes down. And that's what we're doing here. So, and this is the setup that will get that for you. There's one other thing I'd like to mention, and that is, you notice I don't have the guitar flat up against my body. On any archtop instrument, acoustic bass, violins, violas, you name it, a lot of the sound also projects out through the back of the guitar. So if you've seen old video clips of Freddie Green playing with Count Basie, you'll notice a lot of the time the guitar is almost parallel to his lap. He's got that thing almost pointing straight up. One other thing about proper setup and equipment is you want to get the heaviest thickness pick you possibly can get. The one I'm holding right here, that's about as heavy as I can get. I forget the numbers. I don't pay too much attention to all that, but just go down to the music store, get the thickest, heaviest pick you possibly can. With this kind of properly set up acoustic archtop guitar and properly holding this thing so you don't impede the resonance, you don't choke off the resonance of the instrument, you'll really cut through the band, that 8 brass, 5 saxophones, and do the job you're supposed to be doing.